Have you ever wondered why the moon is covered in so many dark spots and scars? Those marks are actually the story of ancient destruction, written millions and billions of years ago. They're impact craters formed when asteroids from space slammed into the surface. But the surprising thing is, this didn't just happen to the moon. Our Earth is also a moving target in space. Just imagine a rock the size of Mount Everest traveling at thousands of kilometers per hour crashing into the Earth. What would happen? Forget cities, entire regions would be wiped out. Oceans would boil and the sky would turn black. In today's video, we're talking about those terrifying scars on Earth itself, impact craters. Let's start in South Africa, where we find the world's oldest and largest impact structure, the Vredefort crater. Around 2 billion years ago, when life on Earth existed only as very simple single-celled organisms, an asteroid about 15 kilometers wide slammed into the planet. The explosion from that impact was millions of times more powerful than any nuclear bomb humans have ever built. The crater it left behind was about 300 kilometers across. You can't really see its full shape from the ground. You'd have to go into space to appreciate its size. Over time, wind, rain, and erosion have worn down its edges. But for scientists, it's still an open book that reveals a lot about the early history and structure of our planet. Now, let's go to Canada, where we find another massive structure, the Sudbury crater. This story is a bit different because here, destruction ended up making people rich. About 1.8 to 1.9 billion years ago, a huge comet or asteroid hit this area. The impact melted the outer layers of the Earth's crust, and valuable metals from deeper inside rose up toward the surface. Today, a large portion of the world's nickel and copper comes from this region. It's astonishing that something that came to bring destruction is now a major pillar of Canada's economy. People there sometimes say, "We live on a space gift." But when that object first struck, the scene here must have looked absolutely hellish. Fire everywhere, molten rock flowing, and the ground torn apart. The most famous and terrifying story, however, comes from Mexico. This was the time when dinosaurs ruled the Earth. They were huge, powerful, and probably felt like nothing could ever wipe them out. Then, from space, came an asteroid we now call Chicxulub. This event took place around 65 to 66 million years ago. When the asteroid struck near what is now the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, it changed the world forever. Scientists say the impact threw so much dust and debris into the atmosphere that it covered the entire planet in darkness for years. Sunlight was blocked from reaching the ground. Plants died first, then the animals that fed on those plants, and then the predators that fed on those animals. In the oceans, massive tsunamis rolled across entire basins, smashing coastlines on multiple continents. The Chicxulub crater itself isn't obvious to us today because it's mostly hidden. Half of it lies beneath the ocean, and the other half under land and sediment. Some scientists say that if this asteroid had hit just a little to the left or right, or arrived a few minutes earlier or later, the outcome might have been very different. Dinosaurs might still be alive today, and humans might never have existed at all.
This one impact helped clear the way for us, but it also reminds us how fragile life on Earth really is.